Hey guys, this is my third video. I know it's been a while. I just got really lazy, to be honest. I just kind of didn't really bother, making any videos. If you've watched my past two videos, you'll know that my microphone on my phone is kind of messed up, so I have to use the microphone on my earphone there. Yeah, actually, I was just looking at myself there as I was setting my camera up, and I was thinking to myself, since I was last in this position, I think my face has changed a lot anyway. I know my shoulders are getting broader, and there's a lot of difference there. My voice has definitely gotten deeper. I was only talking to my girlfriend yesterday about it, and she was like, "Can you not notice?" And I'm like, "No, I hear my voice every day, so why would I notice?" And then I looked back over my first video, and I sounded like a pretty little flower. This video, I actually have questions that people have sent me in. The first question is from a good friend of mine. Caroline, by the way. So the first question is, how old was I when I realised? As long as I can remember, as far back as I'd say 5, because when I knew the difference between boys and girls, I knew that I wasn't a girl, basically, and I never, excuse me, sorry, I'm drinking beer, I never kind of was girly. I'd never wear dresses. I'd never, wear the kind of I'd never wear the kind of things a little girl would wear. I'd want to wear like t-shirts and jeans and stuff like that. And I think my mom kind of had a kind of an inkling then. But she probably just thought, oh, it's just whatever, it's just a kind of thing that kids go through, whatever. And the next question is, did I keep it to myself or did I tell my parents? I kept it to myself for a good while, actually. I came out as gay. I came out as a lesbian to my parents, and that's what I thought I was at the time, before I even knew what being transgender meant. And I remember one day, I think I read something or I was talking to someone, and it kind of just clicked in my head where I was like, hold on, that explains me. That whole, whatever we were talking about people being transgender, and I turned around to my friend and I was like, whoa, hold on. That's every bit of me. It took me a while to be okay with it and kind of get used to the idea of it, and then I had to get my head around thinking I have to tell my parents now, because my whole life I've never felt like a woman, and then when it came to actually telling them, I just kind of came out with it. I just kind of said, listen, I told them what I had been reading about and what I'd been talking about, and that it identified with me. And it was a bit confusing at the start, but it's all coming together now, and my parents and my family are very understanding, and they're kind of getting to grips with the whole thing now, and it's all making sense to them now, The other question was, how did I deal psychologically? Was I bullied or harassed? Psychologically, I think I just kind of dealt with it because I was so used to being this way for my whole life. But again, when I did kind of put a name on what I am, it kind of just flowed out then, and everything just kind of came naturally to me then. everything just kind of was easier for me when I was able to relate to something, and I was able to like look up like YouTube channels, and I was able to look up other things that of people that are going through the same thing, and it was just kind of easier that way. I was never, well, was I bullied or harassed? I think every area that everybody lives in is different. You know, some people might get, you know, bullied or whatever. Some people don't. But I was kind of, I think the area here is a bit difficult because it's all different, you know, kind of types of, there's, you know, there's different types of kids that hang around, you know, like kids that, you know, are into playing football, kids that are into kind of just hanging around and, you know, conforming to, you know, a teenage kind of lifestyle kind of. But there has been a few times where I've gotten a few names shouted over, and, you know, I think everybody has, but it's never been a thing of, you know, I've had to go to the guards about it or anything like that. It was just kind of typical kind of, you know, people just don't understand, you know, and they just kind of shout over and blah 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 and all that stuff. And then on YouTube I got a question underneath my last video from Lewis James, saying, can you give advice on FTM dating? When should I tell them that I'm FTM? You are not obliged to tell them. You don't have to tell them. It's your choice whether you want to tell them or not. It's probably easier if you do tell them. You know, they will understand. They will kind of, well, not everybody will understand, but they would kind of, if you take the time out to explain things to them and explain it in depth, and then they would kind of, you know, just kind of understand it more. Do you date straight girls? What a question. I don't really like labelling people, but if you want to label people straight girls, I don't really know how to answer that, because like, I don't know, like some girls I've dated have been straight, some girls I've dated have been bi, and some girls I've dated have been gay. So it's kind of like a mixed bag, really. Is it hard to find a girl who doesn't care? I'm guessing you mean about being trans. And have you found anybody who cares? Yeah, I have found someone who doesn't care that I'm trans. Because they love me like for who I am, and not, you know, what I have or anything like that. Like, they just love me for me. And then this kind of links into the next question, which is, are you dating anyone now? I am. I'm dating a girl called Vicky. She's awesome. She lives in Selbridge, and we are great. She's really understanding. Her family are really understanding, and they really nice people, and Vicky is awesome. And yeah, I'm going all red now. Yeah, so yes, I am dating someone now. I'm open to any other questions if anybody wants to send any more in. Yeah, I'm nearly 3 months on T now. I think it's important that I keep making these videos, because it's better for me to kind of keep an eye on everything with myself, that I can notice my changing. As I said earlier on, my voice, my kind of shoulders, like my arms are kind of getting bigger, and like my jawline is kind of shaping up a bit more, and facial hair is kind of coming in a little bit. Excuse me. And yeah, everything's kind of moving at a good pace for me right now. Yeah, so I have to go back in 3 months to Loughlinstown for an appointment, and hopefully I'll be put on testosterone shots then. I'll make a video before then though, but I'll try not to be lazy in future, and I'll try keep a better better tabs on things. But yeah, so if you have any more questions you want to send in, and I'll write them down and I'll read them out in the next video, I will. So yeah.